Have you ever looked into your cat's eyes and wondered, what are they really thinking? To us, cats often seem unpredictable. One moment, they curl into your lap like the sweetest creature alive, and the next, they swipe at your hand as if you're the enemy. They vanish for hours, only to return demanding food and affection. To some people, it looks like randomness, but to psychologists, researchers, and cat behaviorists, these patterns tell a story about survival, emotions, memory, intelligence, and the mysterious ways a cat's brain is wired. In this video, we're not just talking about what cats do. We're going inside the feline mind, uncovering the psychology that makes them one of the most fascinating animals on Earth. By the end, you'll see your cat not as a mystery roommate, but as a complex thinker with a language all their own. Let's start where it all began. Instincts in survival mode. At the heart of feline psychology is the hunter's brain. Even if your cat has never set paw outdoors, even if the most they've chased is a toy on a string, their mind is still ruled by instincts millions of years old. Watch a cat stalk a feather toy. They crouch low, ears tilted forward, whiskers spread, tail twitching. This isn't play the way humans define play, it's rehearsal. In psychology, these are called fixed action patterns, hardwired sequences triggered by movement, sound, or scent. A study published in Applied Animal Behavior Science found that even domestic cats who had never hunted before showed nearly identical stalking behaviors to wild cats. Their brains didn't have to learn it, it was built in. This explains some of the weird things cats do at home. Knocking things off counters? That's their instinct to test objects, the same way they'd test whether a mouse is still alive. The famous midnight zoomies? That's an outlet for pent-up predatory energy, released when the environment feels safe, often at night when the world is quiet. To us, it looks random. To them, it's survival training. Emotions and mood shifts. For years, scientists debated whether cats even feel emotions. Some claimed cats were too solitary, too independent to have deep feelings. But research has overturned that myth completely. According to Dr. Kristen Vitale, a leading cat behavior researcher at Oregon State University, cats form attachments to their owners in ways strikingly similar to infants with their parents. In her 2019 study, she tested how cats reacted when separated and then reunited with their humans. The results? Most cats displayed secure attachment, showing signs of stress when apart, then calming when their human returned. This proves cats experience emotional bonds. They feel affection, fear, anxiety, and joy, but their expression is subtle. A slow blink is the feline version of "I love you." A purr can mean contentment, but also self-soothing when stressed. And an arched back with puffed fur is pure psychological panic mode. The same cat that gently kneads your blanket may lash out minutes later. It's not moodiness, it's how their emotional brain flips rapidly between states of safety and defense. Psychologists call this emotional contagion. If you're anxious, your cat often reflects that energy. If you're calm, they relax too. Their psychology is not separate from ours, it's intertwined. Memory and learning. Now let's talk memory. How much do cats actually remember? Research from Kyoto University in Japan suggests cats have both strong short-term and long-term memory. In one experiment, cats were able to recall where food was hidden even after 16 hours had passed. That's far longer than most small animals. But memory in cats goes beyond objects. Cats remember experiences, and more importantly, the feelings tied to them. This is why a cat may avoid the veterinarian's office after a single frightening visit, but instantly recognize the sound of a can opener they love. Dr. John Bradshaw, author of Cat Sense, explains that cats' memories are emotion-weighted. If something scared them once, their brain flags it as dangerous indefinitely. If something brought them comfort, that memory becomes a trusted cue. This is why consistency matters in a cat's environment. They don't just remember the action, they remember how it made them feel. Social psychology. Unlike dogs, cats weren't bred for teamwork. They essentially domesticated themselves, choosing to live near humans thousands of years ago because it was convenient. That history shapes their psychology today. Cats don't see you as a master. They see you as part of their social group, a very big, clumsy, two-legged cat. That's why they rub against your legs, a behavior called allo-grooming in feline psychology. It's the same action they'd use to bond with another cat. When your cat brings you a dead bug, or even drops their favorite toy at your feet, it's their psychological way of saying, "You're in the family, and family hunts together." Research from the University of Lincoln in the UK found that cats often form relationships with humans more similar to relationships with other cats than with dogs. That explains why cats don't always come when called. Not because they don't recognize you, but because in their mind, equals don't obey equals. And here's something fascinating. Cats can choose varying levels of attachment. Some cats are Velcro cats, following you everywhere. Others are secure independence, perfectly fine being alone. Both styles are normal, just different psychological strategies. Communication and body language. If you want to understand the feline mind, watch their body. The tail is a psychology textbook in motion. A tail straight up signals friendliness. A bottle brush tail means fear. A slow wag often means curiosity or mild annoyance. Their ears, too, are like antennae for emotion. Forward means interested, sideways means uncertain, flat against the head means fear or aggression. And then there's the voice. While dogs bark to anyone who'll listen, cats primarily meow to humans. In fact, adult cats almost never meow to each other. That vocal behavior evolved just for us. Researcher Dr. Suzanne Schutz from Lund University has been studying cat vocalizations for years. She's cataloged more than 100 distinct sounds, from chirps and trills to that rolling part many cats use when greeting their owners. Each sound reflects a psychological state, from excitement to demand to affection. What looks like randomness is actually an elaborate communication system, tailored to us. Intelligence and problem solving. Now let's tackle one of the biggest debates. Are cats truly intelligent? In problem-solving studies, cats consistently show the ability to understand cause and effect. They know pushing a door might open it. They learn that certain actions, like pawing a drawer, produce results. One famous study by Professor Atsuko Saito at Sophia University showed cats can recognize their own names. Even when strangers called them, cats responded more to their names than to random words. They just often choose to ignore it, demonstrating not a lack of intelligence but selective participation. Cats also display something called social intelligence. In experiments, many cats chose human attention over food when given both options. This suggests their psychology prioritizes bonding in ways most people underestimate. And unlike dogs, cats don't perform to please. They solve problems for themselves. To some, that looks stubborn. To psychologists, it looks independent and clever. So what have we discovered by stepping inside the feline mind? That the cat on your couch isn't random at all. Their psychology is built from millions of years of survival instinct, layered with complex emotions, deep memory, unique social strategies, and surprising intelligence. Every slow blink is affection. Every midnight sprint is practice. Every head bump, tail flick, and quiet trill is a message. Cats aren't aloof. They're communicating in a language shaped by instinct and science. The next time your cat ignores your call, remember, they heard you. They're just making a choice. The next time they curl against you when you're sad, know it's not an accident. It's empathy. Understanding feline psychology doesn't just decode your cat, it deepens your relationship. Because once you see how their mind works, you realize cats don't live in our world. We live in theirs. And that's what makes them extraordinary.